Welcome to the Recipe for Results. This is your podcast extra for certification in the hotel, restaurant, and bar industry. Brought to you by HRB Universal.
If you get behind the wheel of a car on like a busy highway, you expect everyone around you has passed a test to get a driver's license.
Right, you'd hope so.
Yeah, exactly. But think about the last time you ate out. You basically trust someone behind a commercial deep fryer with your health, just assuming they know the rules of the road.
Oh, absolutely.
So today's deep dive looks at exactly how that unseen infrastructure works. We're using a real-world syllabus from an upcoming HRB Universal ServSafe exam. It's happening in Ocala, Florida, scheduled for September 2nd, 2026. And we're going to see what it actually takes to legally run a commercial kitchen.
Because we trust restaurants implicitly, but that trust is built on this really rigid framework. It's mandated by the FDA Food Code.
Okay, the FDA Food Code.
Yeah. Specifically, Section 2102.12, which outlines a strict legal requirement for what they call the PIC.
The PIC.
Right, the person in charge.
Oh, okay.
So this mandates that a certified food protection manager has to be physically on duty at all times when food and beverages are being prepared and served.
Wait, at all times? Like every single shift?
Every single shift. This isn't just, a loose suggestion for the busy Friday dinner rush.
Right.
It's a continuous, non-negotiable requirement.
Wow. I mean, that implies a massive operational hurdle for the business. Because looking at this syllabus, a restaurant manager is giving up a full day and paying, I think it's up to $199 just to sit in a classroom.
Exactly. It's an investment.
But here's the thing. Looking at the actual schedule, the lecture portion is only 4 hours long. And, I've spent more time trying to set up a new Wi-Fi router. How does a single morning of class stop a massive public health outbreak?
Well, so that 4-hour window, it's purposefully designed as a fast-paced review.
Okay.
It's not the primary learning vehicle. The heavy lifting actually happens long before they ever step foot in the building.
Oh, so there's homework.
Exactly, because it's impossible to cover all the, biological, chemical, and operational hazards in half a day. So mandatory self-study through an online portal is required beforehand. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Right, because the stated goal of this curriculum isn't just to cram for a test and check a regulatory box.
Yeah.
It's based on the latest food sanitation research to fundamentally shift how a manager operates. They're trying to build a permanent culture of food safety within their whole team.
So the classroom time is basically just synthesizing the science and the protocols they've already had to drill into their own heads.
Yes.
They're taking these abstract theoretical concepts like avoiding the temperature danger zone or preventing cross-contamination and figuring out how to enforce them in a super high-stress kitchen environment.
Exactly. It forces a necessary shift in mindset. Because the restaurant industry is notoriously chaotic. It's messy, high turnover.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yet to become the person in charge, a manager has to pull themselves entirely out of that chaos and enter a completely sterile, highly controlled academic testing environment.
Right, because the schedule on this thing is tight. It says check-in is at 8:30 a.m., lecture goes until 1:00 p.m.
Yep. And then there's a strict exam block from 2:00 p.m. to 4:00 p.m. And the source actually says, once the afternoon exam block starts, the doors are locked. Like, no one is allowed into the room.
Which is wild, right?
It's like taking the SATs.
It really is.
It's such a harsh contrast.
Yeah.
You go from shouting ticket orders over a hot grill to sitting in absolute silence, just staring at an electronic exam for up to 2 hours.
Right. And speaking of electronic, the source mentions that HRB Universal actually provides Amazon Fire tablets for participants who don't bring their own devices.
Oh, that's smart. So nobody gets left out just because of tech issues.
Exactly. And the test is offered in multiple languages, too. English, Spanish, Chinese, and French-Canadian.
Oh, wow. French-Canadian, too.
Yeah. That accessibility is a critical operational strategy. The culinary workforce is incredibly diverse.
Right.
So if you want to standardize safety protocols across thousands of independent kitchens, you have to ensure the material is understood perfectly, without language barriers getting in the way.
Because a misunderstanding about holding temperatures or raw meat storage, regardless of the language you speak, that can lead directly to an outbreak.
Exactly. Providing the tablets and the translations, it guarantees there are zero excuses.
Right.
You either know the material or you don't. And since this exam is accredited by the American National Standards Institute, passing it carries real weight.
Yeah.
You are legally recognized as the ultimate safeguard between a kitchen's walk-in fridge and the public's health.
Man, it really reframes the entire dining experience, doesn't it?
It does. We tend to focus on the chef or the quality of the ingredients or the ambiance.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
Right. But behind all of that is this highly regulated environment anchored by continuous education and a certified manager who survived this rigorous bottleneck.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. So the next time you order a meal and just enjoy it without a second thought, remember there's a certified person in charge quietly keeping the rails on the operation.
Oh,
Which really makes you wonder, if our daily food safety relies entirely on this quiet safeguard of mandatory education, what other unseen systems in our everyday lives are completely dependent on a hidden person in charge that we just completely take for granted?